10 things that kill his attraction and desire to invest in you. Hello, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. For the awesome high-value women secrets, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And just before I will share with you those 10 things that kill his desire completely to invest in you, don't forget to take my free self-awareness test to find out, are you behaving as a high value or a low value woman, which I will drop down in the video description box below. Check out my book, which is available as paper copy on Amazon. And if you would like to get it as PDF, you can get it on my website or as an audio on my website as well. It's truly amazing. I highly recommend it. I just love it so much. And if you like my merch, goals and not the drama, you can also get it on my website too. And all the links will be in my video description box below. So since I have so many tips to share, but let's start with number one. Well, number one is being easy. So this kills attraction in a woman for a guy very fast, and a lot of times we actually test you to see is she like the easy girl, the girl that is kind of for casual stuff, or is she somebody that's gonna set in a boundary straight away with me, and perhaps there will be more than just casual stuff with her. So when a guy tests you to see are you easy or not by being nice to you, saying some sweet stuff online, then casually inviting you over to see can he cross this boundary with you already. So if you will say no to that, if he is a quality guy that perhaps is looking for something more serious than just a hookup, he's gonna get intrigued and he'll automatically gain a bit more respect for you. If he's somebody that's just looking for casual fun, then obviously he's just gonna move on to someone else. However, if he asks you to come over and you sign up for it just like that, ladies, let me tell you this, you will not go far with him. In most cases. Yes, there always are exceptions, but I'm generalizing here. So in most cases, you're just not gonna go far with him because he'll just label you as easy. Number two, for a man where they feel like their desire to invest in you is killed, is when you don't appreciate him. When you don't appreciate him for who he is, when you don't respect him and admire him in a way, not in a way like, oh, you're the king, I bow down to you. No, you don't do this. This is ridiculous, right? This is worship. But just simple type of respect that we should have for other human beings. However, the thing that I want to focus on here is not appreciating when he invests in you, even if it's little. So for example, maybe on a first date he invited you for coffee or a drink. I know a lot of you say that for somebody to invite you for a coffee or a drink is too little of an investment. And yes, I actually do agree with that. Coffee or a drink is a very, very low investment. However, looking on the positive note, if you're signing up for the date pretty quickly, you know, coffee or a drink is the safe way to go, because if you don't like a guy after that one drink, you can just be like, oh, I'm busy, I have to see a friend, and you're out, right? Yet, if you've been talking for a guy for much longer, maybe you've done some video calls, etc., etc., then the likability that you will enjoy each other's company is much bigger. So yes, in that case, he should not be inviting you for coffee or drink. It should be something of a bigger investment, because the fact that you will like each other is much bigger. Saying this, whatever it is that a guy is giving you, even if it seems to be small, but it's the beginning stages, or not even the beginning stages, appreciate it, ladies. Appreciate it. Say thank you. Guys, notice this type of stuff. Even if he says like, oh no, don't worry, you don't have to say thank you. Just show him that you noted it, that you've seen it, that you appreciate it. You know, guys really pick on this stuff. When you kind of show him that I saw what you did for me. That was nice. Not in a way that was so nice, thank you so much. No, but like in a way that I seen that. Thank you. You know, that's more than enough for him to do it again. You know, even if he says, don't worry about it, it's fine. And a lot of times, ladies, when you don't notice these things or you ignore them, guys notice that you didn't notice or that you didn't appreciate. They purposely stop doing these things for you. So you don't want this to happen, right? Number 3, what stops men from investing in you is when you're the one asking him out. Let's just make it clear. You can ask a guy out sometimes. Let's say you've been dating for a long time, or you already are in a relationship, right? Or perhaps you have a friend that you know each other for a long time. Maybe you hang out at school every single day and he always invites you with his friends, so now you can invite him with your friends, etc., right? Because when you're in school or high school or college, uni, it's a bit more casual, right? And when you're in a relationship, if he's been asking you out to all of these dates, you can ask him out sometimes as well, saying like, oh, I know this comedy show, would you like to come? Or I know this place, let's go there, you know. So you can casually suggest in a way that it's kind of a form of asking a guy out too. But it's sometimes when he has already invested in you and when you're already letting him be the leader, letting him lead you in this pursuit, right? However, if you're doing it in the beginning, majority of the times you will get rejected unless he has not dated somebody for a very, very long time and he's quite desperate and now this girl is asking him out and he's happy and he possibly will go, right? But even then, even these type of guys actually reject a girl that asks them out, even if they seem to be happy in the beginning. It's like that last minute you just get rejected because he already got what he achieved, even though he didn't even met you yet. It's the fact that he knows he's got you that turns guys off in the beginning very quickly. Therefore, do not risk that and let him be the one to take the lead and ask you out. Number 4, what turns guys off very quickly as well and stops them from investing in you is when you start to nag but he's not giving enough. So whatever a guy gives, it needs to come from his free will. He needs to want to give it to you. If you are in a place where he stopped giving you a lot of things, he stopped investing in you, I would say reflect back on your behavior and see maybe you are behaving differently from the way you used to behave before. And maybe this type of behavior is not bringing out the best in him, such as he's not investing in you. Instead, he started to feel like this lousy couch potato or safe and comfortable in this relationship where he feels he just doesn't have to really do anything because you're very crazy about him jumping around, etc., etc., right? He's like already has you. He doesn't really need to do any kind of work, right? So instead of nagging him, do this and do that, just step back and start to see him less. Become a little bit less available, become a bit more busy with your friends, start to take up new hobbies. And you will see very quickly his interest will suddenly start to increase because he'll be like, oh, you're not kind of like here in my place, like hanging out and doing nothing. You're actually busy and I need to fight for your attention. Therefore, he'll start to think of the ways on how to get your attention. And he will see that you like to go out more, you like to do this, you like to do that. So therefore, if he likes you, he will start to go out of his way and suggest these things to do together. As he will see that you're not available to kind of hang around on a couch, and he wants to see you, so he kind of doesn't have a choice but to suggest some things where he needs to go out of his way to do it. Number 5 that stops men investing in you is when you control them. When you're controlling his moves, when you're actually telling him what to do and how to behave. So, for example, let's say you asked him to cook something for you, and you're not just leaving him in the kitchen to do it. You're going in there and you're saying, oh, you need some salt here, and you need some pepper here, and you need this turmeric here, and you're missing these spices here, and no, it's not how you cut these vegetables, and you forgot to put in the stock. You didn't put the dishes the way I like it into a dishwasher. You need to set it, you need to put them in like this, like this, like this, and then the dishwasher, you need to press it like this. If it's not like that, then you give out to him why it should be like that, right? So ladies, this is an example of completely crazy, or of like a controlling behavior, right? And guys hate that. So if you're gonna like tell him what to do and how to do it and exactly how you like it to be done, he will not do it, and he will be, well, babe, since you know better, you do it so perfectly yourself. Here, from now on, you can cook and fill up this dishwasher and unload it yourself too. If you want him to do things for you, you don't tell him what to do and how to do it. You can ask for what you want, but then you leave him to it to figure it out. And if he's like crazy messy, just, clean up the stuff when he doesn't see it. After a while, he hopefully will get a bit better, but leave him to it. Number 6 would be blowing up with your boundaries. Like, ladies, I do talk a lot about boundaries in my videos. I kind of bring it up a lot because I want you to have a standard, right? And I don't want you to be walked all over, right? And taken for granted, and where the guy is like completely mistreating you. Saying that, you don't need to set any boundary on every single step that you take. Like, don't pick on the little things. Like, don't nitpick. Oh, I didn't like his tone of voice today. So I'm gonna set in a boundary that he always must talk to me in the sweet and lovely tone. Or I didn't like how he put the dishes in the dishwasher, so I'm gonna set in a boundary that he like, just don't do the ridiculous stuff. I mean, you don't want him to tiptoe around you. You want him to feel comfortable with you. So it is important to set in boundaries, but majority of the time those boundaries can be set in a soft way, in a way that he doesn't even notice that you just set in a boundary. It can also be set as a joke, in a jokey way, or just as a tease. He'll notice that, it will click in him. And the stronger boundaries, you can say it more firm, and the like ultra strong boundaries, you can remove yourself from the situation. But even that does not have to be aggressive. Everything can be said in a gentle way that he doesn't even notice that it's a boundary. He just sees it as your personality. So with setting in boundaries, don't go too extreme. Don't get like this queen arrogant that this guy just has to do things this way and has to do things this way. That you don't have water on your table and he didn't ask this waitress, so now you're so upset. Like, don't nitpick. It's ridiculous. And it's a massive, massive turn off, not just to a guy, to anyone who's gonna be spending time with you. Kind of chill and let the boundary setting kind of like nearly like flow, if that makes sense. Anyway, check out my video right here, how to set in healthy boundaries with a guy, or book a coach and we'll guide you through it so you're not going too gentle and you're not going too extreme. Number 7 would be what turns guys off and stop them investing in you: when you start to demean them, when you start to negate them, when you start to criticize them. You're kind of showing that you're losing respect for them. You know, a lot of times guys will take it really personally because a man's big love need is for you to show him respect. It's kind of similar to a love need that we have, which we want to feel secure, we want to feel comfortable, right? We want a guy to be maybe a provider, or like that you're protected by him, right? It's a big thing for a woman. So for a man, it's a very big thing, respect. So if you're nagging at him, or you're demeaning him, or you're kind of showing him that he's not smart enough or not good enough, etc., he will start to feel disrespected and he'll start to pull away from you. And there is no way that he will want to continue invest into you. Number 8, that's very unattractive, is when you accuse a man for doing unknown things based on your own insecurities. So maybe you have been cheated on in the past, maybe you have been hurt in the past, maybe you have been let down, maybe I don't know, a guy's flicked on you on the dates, maybe somebody lied, maybe somebody did this and this and that, right? We all been through this. If you look what a mess the world is right now, how nobody takes any responsibilities for their own actions. And I literally had a conversation with my friend recently, how people really bluntly just lie to your face, how it has become the norm. We all go through this. I don't think there is anyone, you know, in this world left that has never been like lied to, cheated on, or taken advantage of in this way or the other. So of course, as we living in this world, we develop a lot of insecurities, anxieties, because we get scared. What if he's lying? What if he's cheating? What if he's dishonest? What if he's not gonna do the right thing? Does he have any values, right? However, if you are dating somebody and they are actually treating you really well and there is nothing to pick on, and now out of the blue you start to pick on him because of your past hurts, because of your past insecurities or anxieties, or because your friends are telling you, oh, he's just like any other guy, he's gonna cheat on you, he's gonna abuse you, and he has not seen you for a week, therefore he lost interest in you and you should dump him, and you will act on these insecurities. This will be highly unattractive to any guy, especially if he is treating you right, if he has not let you down, if he's trying to do the right thing. Because he'll be like, how dare you like not trust me when I showed you over and over again that I am trustworthy? How dare you accuse me of these things, that I'm being a man of my word and I'm doing things as I said I will do? You know, like, be very, very careful with this, ladies, because you can actually lose really incredible guys just based on your past hurts and insecurities. Number 9, which I haven't mentioned for a while in my videos, but turn guys off a lot, is when you ask for reassurance. How do you feel about me? Do you still love me? Am I still attractive to you? I find it bad, you know, in the beginning, or when the guy is on a high and he's crazy about you, you don't need to ask for these things because he's just constantly complimenting you and he's cuddly and sweet and affectionate with you at all times, right? But It's when we start to behave insecure, or when we start to behave in a low value way, or when we start to behave in an unattractive way, and we start to feel that he's pulling away from us. This is when a lot of women start to ask for reassurance. It's like, oh, I know I just been behaving so unattractively, but do you still love me? Or do you still find me attractive? And it's actually the worst timing to ask this a man, because if you just turned him off and now you're feeling insecure and you're like, oh, do you still love me? Like, are we still together? Do you still find me attractive? Obviously he doesn't at this time being, and he cannot tell you that he still finds you attractive because he's turned off by you just this second, right? If a man finds you attractive or he's still into you, he will let you know constantly, right? And if he's not letting you know that, don't ask him for these things, because you'll just come across more insecure and more anxious, and it's going to be a turnoff. Instead, think, how can I improve myself, or what can I change in this situation that he can start noticing me again? What did I do that he's not giving me this reassurance anymore? Or maybe you didn't do anything. Maybe you're just there too much and you kind of need to let him miss you more and just become a bit less available by taking up some hobbies, by spending more time with your family and friends. Here comes the last one, number 10, that stops guys investing in you is when you pursue him with your affection, when you're constantly like all over him, when you're constantly going for that hug, when you're constantly cuddling him, when you're trying to seduce him all the time. This is all pursuing, and especially if you're really needy and you're like always there, and he feels like he needs his space, he needs to breathe, I don't know, he needs to focus on his business, or he just wants some like boyish time just to recharge without you sitting there being all needy. So my point is, ladies, not every guy is highly affectionate. And however, I find that nowadays majority of men are, especially if they are really into you. But in order for them to stay that way, he needs to be the one pursuing you with the affection majority of time too, because you going to him and you're nurturing him and being all lovey-dovey with him, it can be a turn off for a grown man. Saying this, there are men out there that need a bit of this. So don't be as cold as ice, but I would say in the beginning stages, definitely let him be the one to initiate this type of stuff. Then it can be a bit more, maybe 70% coming from him, the other 30 coming from you. However, if you feel like giving him a bit of affection here and there, then you're in a serious relationship, or you're married, or you feel like really like treating him really nice in a bit nurturing way, right? And you feel like he's enjoying it and he's very receptive to it and he just loves it so much, you can give it to him here and there. However, not every guy enjoys that, so you kind of have to test it. So let's say if you tested it once or so and you feel like he's just completely going like, no, I don't like that, let me be the one coming to you at all times. Well, let him be the one coming to you at all times. And if he's receptive and he's like, oh, you see that he's really loving it and he just starts to give you more and etc., well, you can be more nurturing as well. So the key is like, ladies, I'm kind of giving you a template, but don't go extreme with that. you know, like test it. Test it. Does it work? If you're scared to test it, like get a coach so we can guide you with it, you know? So ladies, these were my 10 things that kill his attraction and desire to invest in you. If you liked this video, please press like. Let me know in the comments below what did you think. Join Greta's High Value Women's School, where we are all in the same boat, learning how to be women of high value and bring out the best in our men. Follow me on my Instagram. My Instagram is called Ladies Relationship Coach. Get my High Value Women course. We have incredible modules such as High Value Woman traits, how to be a challenge for a man, boundaries, games men play, etc. Get the one-on-one with me or one-on-one with Yeva or Sandus or Jamie. We are all on the same page. My coaches have been coaching ladies now for about 4 or 5 years. We had plenty of clients. We have very high experience, so feel free not to book just me, but to book them too. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Kisses from Dorset. Mwah.